After my uncle died, Maggie, who served as his informal agent, told me that he had been offering the cottage for $50,000. I kept from her the inexplicable fact that he had sought $10,000 more from me than from any stranger. The exact meaning of this has haunted me into old age. Was it only an accident, the result of the fact that we hadn't been in touch in the months before his death? Or perhaps he had a clear preference to sell it to others? Or was it my punishment for not having visited him when, in the hospital, he sent a message that he would like to see me? Of course, I didn't realize that he was dying, and I hardly know why I didn't visit him. It never occurred to me that he might die. If someone had said that, I'm sure I would have gone to see him. I'm sure. If I had visited him, no doubt the purchase would have come up, and perhaps that's why I stayed away. But that hardly makes sense, since I was eager to buy the cottage. One way or the other, I should have visited him. He must have known that he was dying, and from time to time it flits across my mind that had I made that visit, he would have left me the cottage in his will. What nonsense. As it was, I got nothing, not even a painting, though he left so many his children could barely cope. The $60,000 price tag was actually my idea, suggested a year before in the shock of hearing that he was thinking of selling it all. I proposed that he sell me 49% for $30,000 and retain the rest for himself. Partners, we would have been, in joint possession. I knew, of course, that I had to be the junior partner. That we would be equal co-owners was simply out of the question, but I didn't realize that his distrust was so deep that a perfectly good idea with no downside for him would not interest him in the least. Of course, it was not exactly a misplaced distrust, though in proposing our housing partnership, I, Sam Teres, had nothing but the most honourable intentions. I swear. To have been intimate with my uncle's wife, my mother's younger sister, would have been the most terrible betrayal, and can anyone with the least bit of sense doubt that it was best that it did not happen? The mystery is why, at this late point in life, I still alternate between wishing that it had and thanking the stars that it didn't. It all occurred a half-century ago. They are all dead. My uncle was the last to go. So far back, yet some memories remain sharp. The one that most endures is of a moment with my aunt, a moment that never returned. There was never another like it, not in my entire life. It lasted only minutes. An opportunity that came and went, one that for years I regretted not having seized. What should I have done differently? That question has remained in my mind for 50 years, and always I find myself replaying the details, and now, as then, I get caught in the problem of exit, unable to act until I have figured out how to go backwards without undue cost. That fear was my flaw. It cost me dearly. I needed daring, and I simply had none at all, and thus I missed what would have been the most expanded moment of my life. There were 4 sisters, though one lived in California and plays little role in this account. At the time, the cottage, a small summer place, had not yet passed to my uncle and his wife, my mother's younger sister, whom I will refer to only as my aunt. In those days, it was owned by Hannah, my mother's older sister. Her health was good, and as she had never married, she had for years made it available to the extended family, but especially to me.